Professional learning networks on campus are what drive our instruction on a day-to-day basis. It's a time for us all to come together as teachers, as administrators, for us to talk about what kids are doing, what they need to be doing, how can we stretch kids' learning. It's also a time for us to grow professionally together because we are being challenged to overcome something that maybe we haven't been faced with before. If I had to encourage someone to use a technology tool that's had the greatest impact on campus, I would say Edmodo. Edmodo to me is a social networking tool that's used within schools. It's a professional tool, it's a resource. Kind of like our Facebook is our social networking, Edmodo is our educational networking. It allows teachers to connect with other peers in the building. It allows teachers to connect with their students. It allows administrators to connect with their teachers all in one realm. And at that time, when you're all replying on one post as you would do in Facebook, everyone sees what's being said and everyone can learn and grow from what's being said. You can also send individual notes to teachers that are personal notes as well, so it's kept, there's a confidentiality as well. It's opened up lines of communication between all staff. It serves as creating a positive campus culture, especially when you send notes out, hey guys, check Edmodo, there's a special announcement coming out. It increases excitement, and it's a novel way of communicating that's keeping up with the trends of technology, what we're all used to. We're all networkers, and so why not netbook with education as we do with social media such as Facebook. Initially, when I started using Edmodo, I was a little skeptical at first, but it has opened up many doors that probably wouldn't have been opened. It's a time for me to get to know teachers personally, and their teaching and instructional practices on a more personal level. On any given time, I can go into Edmodo, I can pull up a teacher's lesson plans, I look at her lesson plans, I give feedback, positive words of, thank you for using technology this week. It's really good how you incorporated the technology in doing the claymations. It's also a time for me to give feedback. If I see that lessons are not differentiated, or if I do not see that we're giving common assessments or we need to tweak something, it's time for me to give that feedback, and I can come back into the classroom and see the changes the teachers have made. So from that standpoint, it allows me to do my job as being an instructional leader. I know what's going on in the classrooms, I see their plans, I can walk into the classroom and I know what to expect. Second of all, it allows me to use it as a growth tool with teachers. If a teacher is struggling with classroom management, I can pull up a clip off the internet or send her an article to read and attach it directly to Edmodo and say, hey, read this and see what tips you can find out about how to improve your self-engagement of your learners. Then I'm not doing the work for the teacher, I'm asking him reflective questions about their own teaching. So it's encouraging them to go out and research something and come back and share with me what they're going to implement. Staff development is one of the most important tools that you can have on campus. It is something that really makes a campus go to new heights, because if you're not continuing to learn and grow and you become stagnant, you're dead in the water. You want to have growth. We use Edmodo on several levels. We use it for staff development from a personal level, kind of a life coaching situation. We also use it on an instructional level as well. Currently, right now, we're doing a book study called The Energy Bus. Every week, I'll send out an assignment from a book study. It'll say, read these chapters. In this chapter, George is faced with many problems, and teachers will have an assignment to do based on whatever the book study is, something that relates to their classroom or to their personal life, and it leaves them with a tip for how to have a more successful week. So that's one way to use them. The other way we use them is from an instructional standpoint of, for instance, if I'm noticing on walkthroughs that we're having issues with engagement, or we need to find different ways to increase engagement, I will do research and I'll send articles out to teachers to read about, hey, look what they found out about engagement here. Let's try this. Or I'll spotlight certain teachers who are doing good examples of engagement. We'll film them and put it out on Edmodo for other teachers to view. Look at this great student engagement that's going on. That way, teachers are learning from their peers, and it's not directly coming from me, and we're showcasing, look what's going on at our campus that's truly great.